4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, everyone, this is the Roundtable, brought to you by TWWRN, the Worldwide Resistance Network, where you are the resistance. And if you're not, what the hell are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here! We don't want you here! Yes, I, of course, am your host, the Tin Man, Chris Sheldon. Joining me tonight is good old Reverend Ordo. We excuse the rest of our hosts are dealing with some personal life stuff. Life happens. So, handle it, guys.
And I want to announce to the viewers that the anonymous Republican Network has hit a monumental 1,001 subscribers.
Congratulations, man. And how is that possible? Because you, the people, have made that possible. We are not sponsored by anybody. We don't get APAC money. I haven't won the lottery. I played the lottery, guys. I played the lottery. I do it. I played the lottery, but they don't want me to win it. So I'm here. Brought to you. Our only sponsor is the great and powerful Meth Monster Blue, the fictitious product that doesn't actually exist, because...
And also, we are here on behalf of the Buddhism Hotline and their green tea soda.
Are they sponsoring you?
No.
Shut up! Shut up with that shit. No, we don't have any sponsors, guys.
No.
And so any progress we make... Robin's 1,001 subscribers, all the success we're having on Worldwide Resistance Network is because of you. So, again, if you like these podcasts, share the live feeds, follow us on our various social medias, X, YouTube, Rumble, all of Robin's channels, which are in the beginning of every opener and on our commercials. Check out our online store, REALTWWRN.printify.me. And as always, feel free to join in the conversation. This is as much about you as it is about us and the topics. There's already quite a few people joining us right now. Feel free to share your thoughts, opinions, information, news articles. Hell, if you want to troll or flash your titties, whatever, bring it, please. You are more than welcome to join.
That'd be nice to see some titties. I mean, it's been about almost 20 years or so, but
get this man some titties.
But
no ifs, ands, or buts. Get this man some fucking titties.
I don't want to see another community guideline violation again. I got one.
What the hell are you talking about community violations? I was once getting a blow job on the round table years ago and didn't get a community strike. Granted, she was under the blanket and nobody knew the wiser, but
yeah, but I got one on one of my shorts. It's the one of that kid playing his video game, and on the screen is Bill and Hillary as Pennywise. And
you got a strike on that?
Yeah, I got a strike on that. And
oh my God, we gotta do it! Oh my God!
And it was here's for you guys here. This was a video that I did.
Again, while he's pulling that up, again, ladies and gentlemen. These corporations like Google and whatnot. You got a community strike for that?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? See, ladies and gentlemen, these social media platforms, they're not doing us any favors. So any success we have is because of you. So again, support the broadcasts any way you can. We love you guys.
So far, we actually going to show you some new ones. One new one per week.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I don't know, man. That Hillary as Chucky looks like it could work. I mean, Bill, not so much. The fuck is that a female predator in the background?
Yeah, that's female predator.
Okay, so female predator with Sloth from Goonies. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Seriously, Operation Get Reverend Laid. That needs to become a thing.
Oh shit! Oh motherfucker! Son of a bitch! That's bullshit! Oh motherfucker!
Okay, put it down. Put it down.
Yeah, okay.
I said put it down.
Around 5'9", 5'10". Now, how about identifying characteristics? Any marks, piercings?
He may have had a tattoo.
He may have had a tattoo. Did have a tattoo? Which one was it?
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
You know what? It's fine. I have a preliminary sketch here. Is this the man who assaulted you? Now, did you get a look at the man who assaulted you?
I did.
Okay, can I get a description?
Yeah, he was
Okay, put it down.
5'10".
Put it down. I said down.
This person doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
That was Joe Biden as Bert.
Calm down, brother. And you, which one you got to strike just for the Hillary Chucky one?
I got a strike on the one where that kid threw the controller at the TV. It's a picture of Bill and Hillary as Pennywise.
Okay, so you got a community strike for that.
Yeah.
Wow. So they're just really cracking down, trying to fucking nail anybody to the cross.
Here's what people are wondering. It's going to be a picture, only a picture, guys. And I did this picture.
I'm trying to move the show along, guys. I promise.
Let's see here. Okay. It was this picture here. And now people are asking, like, I guess comments on, create your own shit, bro. It's AI shit. Honestly, here's how I do it. Okay, there's an app called CapCut. Okay, and they have some areas on the app where you can use the green screen. Right? Anything, you know. I think one of the pictures I put on the green screen, and it's AI. It's not AI. It's green screen. You know, whether
I'm fucking with you, bro.
If you ever remember your local news, they have the weather. They use a green screen. That's what I did. I added a picture on the green screen and I put it as a short. You go, but like that. Yeah, like that. And I added a picture. I uploaded it as a short on my channel. And all of a sudden, I got a community gunline strike. Like it's the kid who threw a controller at the TV. The TV crumbled. His mom came in. Like, what the fuck did you do? Motherfuck, noise.
Yeah. Maybe you strike that, bitches. Well, it really seems like the corporations and everybody's just really going gung-ho for people who are really getting a lot of attention. So again, guys, these assholes ain't doing us any favors. So
no.
So if you like these broadcasts, please support us, share the live feeds, check out the online store, all that fun shit. Because these assholes ain't doing anybody any favors. In fact, it's been all over the news now. I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the article here.
All right, brother.
Yep. I think you know where I'm going with this. Daily Wire reports Tate brothers slapped with 38 new charges in expanding sex trafficking case. I don't know why I was thinking it was 18, but it's 38 sex trafficking charges. New charges with sex trafficking, rape, allegedly from 15 years ago. The British government wants these guys bad. They were in Florida, and the local authorities there arrested them and are preparing to extradite them to.
This is no more than the Tate versus Thornburg argument on X. It was more than that. After that happened, Romanian authorities arrested Tate and Andrew Anderson Tate over some shit, which it was bogus. And this here will be dropped because it's all bogus. You know,
it is.
Shit. And it's like with Julian Assange. He got accused of some shit. He didn't fucking do it. You know?
Yeah. Well,
they didn't have to him. Anybody who challenges the status quo, brother, you and I know this. Anybody who challenges or questions the status quo, or like what the Tate brothers are doing, they're building up this masculine, like really reaching out to young guys out there, bring up that masculine thing, you know, and it's like why? Because not every guy is
a beta cuck.
Yeah. And the Tate brothers, hey, like why do people hate these guys? Because
it's the same reason they're going after Jones, because they've got people's ear. That's what it is.
If you have someone's ear, right? If you have someone's ear, Tin Man and I have people's ears. Okay, we do. But the thing is, we don't give a fuck. Okay? We don't give a fuck. We do our jobs every week, and we do it because we love doing it, because we want to reach out to how many people we can on a weekly basis, you know.
Yep. Every Monday and Tuesday, I put my pants on. Just for you.
So Monday, Tuesday is Tin Man's days. Okay. Wednesday.
Those are my only days off, and I dedicate it to you guys. So
Wednesday and Friday will be my days. What's up? On the Anonymous Republic Network, on Wednesdays will be Great Jedi TV.
Yep. And I will pop in as I am able. Just make sure you share the link with me, Revan. And if I am able, because I will be at work during those times. So,
and on Fridays,
if I can, I will join you.
And on Fridays, we'll have it on Anonymous Manawati Network.
Yeah.
At
but getting back
4:30 Pacific, and also with Tin Man your time as well. That's what 8:30, 6:30.
Yes.
Okay.
What time?
4:30 Pacific Standard Time.
Okay, so that'd be about 6:30 my time.
It'll be both on.
Yeah, so I'm 2 hours ahead of you.
It'll be on Anonymous Republic Network and also Anonymous Manawai Network. And it's going to be one hell of a fun time, man. I'll tell you what. Tim and I, we're serious when it comes to the news area, but we're also assholes. I mean, we'll come with some crazy shit and just absolutely add humor because of YouTube's algorithms. We had humor.
This is great. It must be dead. I got a big red dog dick.
That's what you said.
Dog dick.
I mean, we do this because we love what we do. We also love reaching out to you guys out there.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't care about being like super famous, like Alex Jones big or Andrew Tate big. All I care about is that the message gets across. If what we say resonates with one person, I'm happy. It's like the old saying, if you went out and you helped one person in a day, or you made one person smile in a day, or your podcast reached one person and made a difference in their life, then I've done good. That's That's what matters to me, and that's what people like Andrew Tate do. But they're much bigger, and they've got a much broader audience, so they are a prime target. And Tate was calling it out. He called it the fuck out. He was not pulling punches. In fact, he was on an interview. He was doing his show earlier, not that long ago, and he was talking about this, that they were fixing to do this shit to him.
I think the UK is coming for me next. I think they're going to launch a case on me. I think they're going to attempt to arrest me. The UK is draconian. It's out of control. They've just entered recession today. It's a failed society where crime rates are out of control and stabbing are out of control, and they no longer have a border. And people are just arriving by boat, and there's acid attacks. It's the acid attack capital of Europe. You can walk down the street and get acid thrown in your face and be permanently disfigured for life. Wow. They should have bigger things to worry about. But I guess their primary objective is, instead of trying to fix our problems, which we don't believe we can do, let's kill the person who highlights the problems. Let's fix the man who tells the truth. Yeah. We have all of these problems in our society, but instead of fixing them, let's instead attack the person who highlights them, because that makes them less prevalent to the populace. So let's get rid of Andrew because he tells the truth about what's happening in England, and then maybe we'll get away with this scam a little bit longer. And that's why they've come up with the idea they have, and that's why, as we speak right now, the British government is trying to put me in jail. I'm pretty sure of that. I think the UK is...
Yep. And his lawyers also came out with a statement too. I don't know if you saw that, Revan.
No.
His lawyers came out with a statement as well. We'll go ahead and play that for you guys too, because that's big news right there.
Expected. There was never going to be any. Good afternoon, everyone. So today went as expected. There was never going to be any fireworks today. Today wasn't about controversy. Today was about just enforcing Mr. Tate's, Andrew and Tristan Tate's rights and objecting to the extradition process. We are, of course, objecting to extradition because Andrew and Tristan are innocent. They've never done nothing wrong. They shouldn't be extradited for crimes they did not commit. They're entitled to have their day of court that we've been litigating the case for 3 years in Palm Beach County in Florida. So we're fighting extradition. We've assembled a team here. These are from the Roy Black's prestigious firm, the Honorable and since passed on Roy Black. He's a legend, and they're here. They have joined our team. We have a competent team. We have a wonderful team. We're looking forward to getting the best possible result under the sun. Proceedings have now started in this courtroom, so I am less liberal with what I'm able to say. But if you have any questions for me, I'll do my best to answer them in a way that's respectful of your time, of our time, and of the court processes.
They acknowledge that the brothers.
Go ahead.
They acknowledge in court that the brothers reviewed the complaint issued with them. Could you explain their first reaction to these allegations?
The allegations, their first reaction to the allegations is the first reaction that any innocent man or woman would have. It's garbage. It's a stitch-up job. They're after us to punish us with the process. The process is the punishment. When you drag somebody's name through the media, when you slander them, when you defame them, when you accuse them of heinous and terrible allegations, the process becomes the punishment until you can clear your name. They've been clearing their names domestically and abroad for years. This is just the next logical conclusion in that situation. Keir Starmer just retired or is retiring. I'm sure he's mad that Andrew and Tristan Tate had a lot to do with his fall in Great Britain. And there's a new guy in there right now. But this is the last vestige of attack of a prime minister who didn't do a good job, and he continues to do bad work. And I'll just leave it there. Innocent until proven guilty. We're going to let the court process play out here the way that it should. We're happy to be here.
Okay, now, what a lot of these mainstream medias are not covering is the fact that these allegations date back 15 years. Apparently, there are rape allegations and trafficking allegations that date back allegedly 15 years. However, the victim or victims, the courts refuse to name them. They won't release the names of the victims, even to Tate and his lawyers, citing that Andrew might tweet it, saying that they won't release the names of the alleged victims. They won't release the dates of when any crime was committed. And they won't release any specific details regarding the crimes in questions, just the 38 charges stemming from rape, human trafficking, and now allegedly possession of child pornography. Now, you look at people like Andrew Tate. Yeah, he's a self-professed misogynistic asshole, as per his own volition. He does not strike as the type of person that would be in possession of child pornography. The man likes grown pussy. Okay? He likes beautiful, fully developed women. Okay, that's his forte. You see the kind of women he surrounds himself with. It does not make sense. He doesn't fit the psychological profile of somebody who would be in possession of child pornography. And another thing that is really not being addressed here is the backlash that's going to occur as a result of this arrest, because this is the second time he's been arrested in Miami. He was initially released the last time he was arrested. He spent many months in a Romanian jail and other subsequent jails and was subsequently released. They can't really stick him with anything legitimate, and now there's these 38 new charges that miraculously came out of nowhere. Okay, one, where the hell did these come from in light of the previous allegations? Why did we never hear about these allegations before? Well, nobody's talking about that. And again, what's the backlash going to be? They're going to charge him for rape, human trafficking, and child pornography, all the things that Epstein clients are guilty of. But yet we're seeing no justice on that front regarding the release of the Epstein files and prosecution of the guilty parties. So they're going to go after Tate, the Tate brothers, but they're not going to go after the parties, the guilty parties, in conjunction to the Epstein files. That's going to create huge backlash. And then you have the rapes that are occurring both in the United States and Europe, where people are being raped and murdered, and the aggressors, the perpetrators, are being released immediately after arrest and never charged. But yet they're going to charge Andrew Tate over something that supposedly happened 15 years ago.
It's the equivalent.
A child that gets raped yesterday, her aggressor gets released the next day. No charges. Yeah, are we not? Is it safe to say, Reverend, that we're probably going to see some backlash from this?
Yeah, we will. It's the equivalent of the same kind of charges that Julian Assange faced when two women accused him.
Yes.
The same thing. And those were dropped because there's no evidence.
Yeah. But the thing is,
it's the agencies like MI5, MI6, GCHQ, other agencies from Sweden, in the United States, because anybody, like I said a little bit ago, anybody who questions and exposes the status quo puts a target on your back.
It does. And what Andrew pointed out in one of the videos that were published after this, and I think he put it out before his arrest, and he was walking down the beach and he was explaining what was going on, that they wouldn't tell him who the victim was. They wouldn't tell him who, where, when, or what happened, that he would have to turn himself in and voluntarily be incarcerated before they would tell him any details to where he could build a case. And at which point he would be sitting in a jail cell until such time that his case went to trial, which would be several years. He wouldn't get a prompt trial. He would be incarcerated for several years. Basically, like you said, it's just to take him away from his media platform, because they already took everything from him and it didn't shut him up. They already took everything from Alex Jones and that didn't shut him up. They can't shut these people up. So the only way to shut them up is to put them away to where they can't have access to a media outlet or to kill them.
If y'all remember a few years ago, Greta Thunberg tried to antagonize Andrew Tate.
That's all she ever does. She's a joke.
She's
a fucking kid.
Andrew Tate didn't take the bait at all. And this was over pizza boxes. Pizza boxes.
Again, she's a fucking punk kid who's paid by the leftists to push this climate change narrative. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but let's look at this whole thing with climate change. Bernie Sanders gets online and says, oh, climate change is real. Climate change is real. Okay. Let's look at the facts here. You've been spewing this fear porn since the 60s. In 1960, oh, we're going to run out of oil in 10 years. Didn't happen. The 1970s, oh, there's going to be another ice age in 10 years. Didn't fucking happen. 80s, acid rain is going to destroy the crops in 10 years. Didn't happen. The 1990s, oh, the ozone layer, there's going to get a hole in the ozone layer and we're all going to cook to death in 10 years. Didn't fucking happen. The early 2000s, oh, the polar ice caps are going to be gone in 10 years. Didn't happen. Many Democrats bought beachfront properties, and I guarantee you that before he died, fucking, what's his name from the Bush administration? God damn it, what was his name?
Dick Cheney?
Yes, Dick Cheney. I guarantee you, Dick Cheney, the fucking psychopath, was sitting up there with a blowtorch trying to keep the
tiny Dick Cheney.
Actually, I hear he was quite packing.
Okay.
That's the only thing that man had going for him.
The founder of Greenpeace, he was on an episode of Bullshit with Penn and Teller.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, hey, climate change is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Climate change is politicized because the Rockefeller and the Rothschilds and the Warburgs want to push this shit, which, look.
Yeah, but yet we need all these data centers that drink up all of our usable water and cause more pollution than any human being could do in 1,000 years. Hell, a volcano has 10,000 times the carbon footprint than all of human history combined.
Climate change.
Come on, give me a break.
Look, climate change, global warming, fossil fuel, and AOC having a big, having a brain don't exist.
No. No, the only thing AOC is good for is mixing drinks and hopefully fucking and sucking dick.
Hope I'm in line.
Dude, you know that she had to sleep her way to the top. That's my opinion. I think she slept her way to the top.
Don't worry, I'll wear a sheep rib condom. Don't worry about it, man.
Bad. That is bad. Anyway, moving on. So, Andrew Tate. What?
Ow! Fuck me in the goat ass!
That's what she said.
Yeah, you feel better now?
Yeah.
So, presently, Andrew Tate are remanded to custody, and their lawyer, as we've heard, is fighting the extradition. You know, and namely, I would say that I'm not too familiar with British law, but as far as I'm to understand, there are many similarities between the court processes in Europe and within the United States, such as a timely arraignment and the right to right to due process, habeas corpus,
And
the right to face your accuser.
Yeah, face your accuser, yeah.
Which they can't even produce an accuser. They're refusing to even tell him who the alleged victim is. So he has a right to face his accuser. So if they can't even produce a victim,
it's a witch hunt.
Then they have to drop the case.
Yeah.
Before he can even be extradited.
Well, not just that, but there's the statute of limitation.
No, there is no statute of limitations on rape. There is no statute of limitations on rape.
Alleged. The thing is, there has to be evidence for them to produce. If they can't do it, don't charge it.
So 38 charges. No victims. No dates or details of crimes.
Or witnesses.
No witnesses, no evidence. So until this is manifest and they provide this discovery, I don't know that they can lawfully extradite without any basis of law.
Yeah.
Because don't they have to actually prove that a crime, that there's reasonable doubt that a crime was committed? And at which point they have to at least provide the findings for the basis of this arrest. It's like, okay, we want to arrest somebody. Okay, what's your basis for arrest? What's your evidence? What's your witness? Okay, do you have 2 or more witnesses that say they saw this person do this thing? Do you have evidence, fingerprints, DNA, footprints, whatever, that links this person to an alleged crime? Do you have a victim? Do you have a date, a time, and a place, and a detail of the crime that actually committed? They're not producing any of this.
No.
So
that's like E. Jean Carroll, right? Okay. This bitch came out and said Trump did this to her, did that to her, and she allegedly she put it in her book. Okay, well, where's the evidence, right? Where's the police report, right? Where's the rape kit? Where's the witness, right? Where's the witness?
Yeah, that's why he was sued civilly, because you don't need to produce any of that evidence in court. They couldn't do anything in a criminal case because there was nothing. She couldn't bring anything to the bench. That's why she took him to court civilly, and he was found guilty civilly, because all you have to do in a civil case is prove reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
All it has to be is reasonable doubt. You don't have to produce any evidence to any sort of crime.
Yeah, but now she's getting charged with perjury.
Quite possibly, yeah.
And her attorney is a sister to the judge, which makes it a huge conflict of interest. Plus, his daughter paid $2 million to the not just the Biden, but also the Harris campaign.
Yeah. Political bias, personal bias.
Yeah.
That's. Yeah. That pretty much throws impartiality completely out the window. So.
Well, not just that, but hold the evidence. Because E. Jean Carroll really fucked herself on CNN and MSNBC. She really fucked herself on TV.
Okay. Explain.
Talking about how rape is sexy. Like, really? Like, this crazy broad back in the 90s? She had a cable access show back in the 90s. Like, this kind of woman you don't even want to watch on TV at all either. She's the kind of woman that'll make a guy become an alcoholic and wear beer goggles. And who in the hell will name her cat Vagina?
I don't know.
Isn't calling a farting cat a queef? Is that what it is? A cat fart called a queef?
I don't know. That's people name their cats a lot of things. I had a cat named Tuna.
That's like some
and the reason for that is because the cat's name was Petunia, but the woman that I had gotten the cat for didn't like the name Petunia, just shortened it to Tuna. It's like, oh yeah, the name of a beautiful flower is an ugly name, but let's call her the name of a fish. Yeah, that's so much better.
That's like some guy calling his lesbian parrot a dyke.
Okay, so question for the general audience: yes or no? Do you think the Tates are guilty of any crimes? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments and become a part of the conversation.
And please, ladies and gentlemen, do not call your lesbian parrot a queef or whatever it is. Just call your parrot a nice name. It's a parrot. It's not a trans bird, okay?
So, getting back to the Tates, this may actually spark civil unrest. We've already got a lot going on with the flock cameras, a lot of pushback there. Nothing has been done about any of the spying by the Trump administration. He has not reversed the law that the Biden administration put into effect that made it law that all new vehicles had to come with video monitoring devices pre-installed. He didn't reverse that. He's passed no legislation barring any of these companies, Google, Amazon, Verizon, you name it, from spying, gathering data, selling your information, any of that. He's passed no legislation, no executive orders to put a stop to any of this. And now you've got the flock cameras and all of that. But yet the Trump administration does nothing about this. However, we can honestly say that
it's not just the flock cameras, but it's also
you look at the data centers. As of today, as of July 18th, more than 50 U.S. cities are protesting the expansion of data centers.
Yeah. But also, if you look at vehicles from here on out, if you own a brand new vehicle, you might as well rip out the internet thing, man.
Yeah. I mean, you can rip it out. You can rip that all out, just like you can take OnStar out. It's not that difficult.
Because General Motors got sued for that shit. They got sued badly. Now Ford wants to look at your face. Look at your face, and pretty much.
Well, it's federal law now. The Biden administration signed it into law that all new vehicles have to have this technology pre-installed. But the Trump administration has made no mention of this. They have made no attempt to even address this concern, especially in light of the flock camera issue. Nothing.
I'm lucky my truck's an 02 Dakota. It's simply pretty much an analog, actually. You know?
Yeah.
Simplicity, it has no anything. It's a 2002 Dodge Dakota SLK, 4-door, Chevette.
Yes.
And that's why I highly advise people getting these kind of vehicles, because no computers, no anything.
Yeah, anything 10 years or older, you're good. So anything from, say, like 2015, that was made 2015 on back, you're good. You're golden.
And not just that, but if you really want to go balls deep, I mean this, Dodge and Chevrolet and Ford has really hit out of the ballpark. And let me explain why. Dodge came out in 89, and they put this engine, the Cummins diesel engine, that was used for war. Dodge was in some serious shit. They thought, let's put this engine in this Dodge Ram. And when they did that, it sold like fucking hotcakes. I mean, dude, from 89 to 98, that was the time period. Now, Chevrolet came out with a Chevy Blazer. No, not Blazer, but a Chevy pickup with a Detroit diesel engine. This thing can suck gasoline awesomely, like Stormy Daniels sucking off a gopher.
Why a gopher?
But
they're already trying to legalize pedophilia. You want to legalize bestiality too?
I don't know. But
oh wow,
it could use regular gas, diesel, ethanol, oil. I mean, this thing is a military grade truck that you could get at a surplus. Okay, they sold like thousands of these trucks, and now Ford came out with like around late 70s into about late 2002. Before the Power Stroke diesel came out, okay, Ford and International Harvester kind of worked together with this 7.3 RDI diesel engine. Okay?
Yes,
this thing was one tough fucker. My dad has one in his truck. It's a 7.3 liter RDI diesel. This thing can run for days, man. This engine is fucking massive, badass engine. And I mean, you got mechanics ripping out the new engines, putting in a 7.3 RDI, a 8998 Cummins turbo diesels and shit, all this stuff, because the thing is, shit will hit the fan in a few years to come, you know.
Yeah,
I'm going backwards.
Yeah,
my truck has a 4.7 liter small V8 making 240 horsepower. Okay, torque is like 250. Okay, I wouldn't change anything for the world for this thing. Okay, this truck I'm gonna keep forever. No,
yeah,
because you got to think smart. Because remember, several weeks ago, Tim and I did a video on what if shit hits the fan. And we mentioned a lot of things. Radios, flashlights, like how to survive, basically, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and here we're at this point where, Ford's going to watch your face. I'm wondering if it'll shut the truck off if you're caught masturbating.
Probably would. But here's the thing, you know, not only are they getting pushback,
it's a joke, folks. It's a joke. It's only satire, folks. Nothing serious. Okay,
there ain't no satire about it, man.
Tell him, man. Tell him.
You ain't rubbed one out in your vehicle, or you freaking got busy with a girl in your vehicle?
Unless you gotta wear a paper bag over your fucking head.
Well, if you're fucking bitches that you have to put a bag over their head, man, I feel sorry for you.
No.
I mean,
No, my head.
You sick little monkey.
There you go.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
But again, it's there. But the thing is, technology wise, they're gonna basically scan your whole face and pretty much.
Oh, fucking! What the fuck are you doing with Woody Woodpecker on your phone?
It's a ringtone. But technically wise, General Motors got sued for this, and now the flock cameras is going to look at your face as well. You know, it's getting draconian or wine, all that shit. Now, this is the reason why mechanics who are pretty much white to this shit, they're going in there, ripping out everything, and turning their truck analog.
Yeah. A lot of people are railing against this, and even Gates' lab-grown meat. Like, Gates is behind most of this shit. It's not just the vaccines. It's not just the fake meat. You know, it's the digital ID control system, monitoring everywhere you go, monitoring your every fucking move. If you're too sleepy to drive or you disable that feature in your car, then your car automatically shuts off. This is all Bill Gates type shit. This is all the type of shit that Gates is behind. And it's now come to light. 8 states ban or restrict lab-grown meat amid agricultural tensions. People aren't playing about this shit. People are not happy. I mean, I would have loved it if my state were one of the states that actually jumped on board with this, especially considering we're big into agricultural down here. So that's a real big surprise. 2 states to my south. Actually, 3 states to my south, 1 to my north does it, but Tennessee has not yet. So I'm pretty disappointed in Tennessee for that.
California, where Tim and I are from, California is also well known for the agriculture as well.
Yeah, apparently RFK wants to ban Gates' lab-grown meat in every state in America.
If that happens,
I'm gonna say I agree with that, because if it ain't natural, it don't need to be going in your fucking body.
Yeah.
Like, even if there weren't malicious intent behind it. I mean, you want to go with natural things. You want natural meat.
If I see a guy
natural
at Costco,
bread,
if I see
dairy, and fish.
Oh yeah, dude. If I see a guy at Costco giving out free samples of vegan bacon, I want to punch him in the mouth.
Dude, like, I remember fucking, what are they called? I forget what the technical name for it, but it's a veggie burger. I forget what the technical name is for them. But I used to work at a cook as a cook.
Vegan burger and shit?
No, this was before veganism. It was just a regular veggie burger. And what it looked like, you remember like those oatmeal cookies that were like that big?
Yeah.
That's what they look like uncooked. Like, I used to work at a hospital. And
I've had a couple. Not too bad.
Yeah, but they look like fucking oatmeal, man. They look like those oatmeal cookies.
My dad used to get the veggie burgers or some shit, and he didn't like it one time. So he's like, "Here, can you eat this? I'll eat it. You know, I'll eat it, whatever. You know, it's still a burger. You know, shit."
Yeah,
I don't mind having a veggie burger, okay, but a vegan burger, somebody's gonna get kicked in the nuts and punched in the mouth.
What's the difference?
Veggie burger is veggie. Okay. It's kind of like Subway. I could have a vegetable sandwich, a veggie sandwich.
Okay.
Vegetables like, tomatoes, lettuce, all that shit. But a vegan burger, somebody's going to get thrown off a cliff.
Okay, well, why? Like, what's in a vegan burger in contrast to
vegan is plant-based. Vegan is plant-based.
Okay, vegan is plant-based. What about the veggie burger?
Vegan is plant-based.
And what about the veggie burger?
Veggie burgers is mainly vegetables. Vegetables. No. Vegan is plant-based.
Okay, so plant-based and veggie-based. Okay, like what kind of plants are we talking about in contrast to vegetables?
I mean, now vegan. If you
Because
look
I thought there was like tofu and other stuff in veggie burgers.
On YouTube,
like a tofu burger.
On YouTube, there's a lady called the Vegan Teacher. She's nothing but plant-based shit. Okay, now vegan bacon is not real bacon.
It's obviously it's bacon is a pig. Vegan bacon is a plant thing.
It's plant-based bacon. I asked my doctor one time, and old doctor, I go, what's the positive and negative of vegan? She said, vegan's good if you want to lose some weight. But for someone that goes full-time vegan, they will lose a lot of nutrients and they will feel the effects of losing muscle mass and like
malnourishment.
Yeah, it's like, she goes, it's equivalent of being in the Holocaust and starving to death.
Wow, way to put a fine point on it.
And I mean, I'll eat a vegan cookie. I'll eat a vegan cookie. And I'm not big on it, but I'll have a vegan cookie. No. But the thing is, I will always be a meat eater. I love vegetables. Okay, I love fruits and vegetables and meats like beef, chicken, turkey, fish. Poultry. That's it.
Yes.
And I don't like these actors saying it's not food, it's murder. Suck my cock, you fat bitch. Look, I grew up loving vegetables and eating fruits like bananas and apples and oranges. Vegetables. I love broccoli. I love cabbage. I love green beans, corn, carrots. I grew up. Okay, and I also love eating lamb. I'm half Mexican. I love eating lamb and goat and rabbit. It's part of life, part of nature. Okay, that's how I grew up. But I never grew up. Can I be a vegan? No, you little free bastard. Okay, well, thank you. Okay, cool. But again, I grew up on eating beef, chicken, turkey, lamb, pork my whole life. Will I give it up? No. Again, I love vegetables. Again, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, corn, fruits, apple, oranges, pears, peaches. Nuts like pistachios, almonds, cashews, almonds, peanuts, pistachios, walnuts, pecans. Okay. Now, almonds and pistachios, even walnuts, unsalted walnuts is better than anything salted. Because if you add salt, it fucks your shit up. Plain unsalted pistachios, almonds, walnuts, those are good.
Yeah. And I get why a lot of people wouldn't want to eat meat. I had a friend years ago whose mom, when she was younger, went on a field trip to a slaughterhouse. And suffice it to say, that had a very traumatic impact on her and probably any of the kids on that field trip. So this person refused to eat meat for the longest time. I've long since lost contact with these people, but I remember talking to her about it years ago, like she never begrudged us, like me or her daughter eating meat or anything like that. You know, I used to actually barbecue at their house regularly. And her mom never had a problem with it, even though she was a vegetarian.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's still the case, but I having had that experience, you know, I can understand that there are reasons why people would want to go vegan or just vegetarian, because the way you look at it, you know, not a lot of people can work at a slaughterhouse or an egg processing plant or where they kill chickens for like Tyson Foods and, you know, other companies that sell poultry. Okay.
Shit, most of the Nazis were vegan.
Well, I mean, you got to figure most of that is it takes somebody with a very strong stomach and a very ironclad will to do that job. It's not for doing a job like that, whether it be for poultry or for beef or lamb or whatever. It's not for the faint of heart.
No.
You know, even as an independent contractor, like we got a lot of people out here who will raise up pigs or they'll go hunting deer and they'll take it to people who are like independent slaughterhouses, just like small family-owned slaughterhouses. Or some people even do it themselves. So hats off to those people, because it takes a very special kind of person to be able to do that, because that is a job that is not for the faint of heart. And anybody who sits there and watches something like that, I can understand if they turn vegan, because it's not a friendly, or I would even say humane practice. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to stop eating meat.
There's a YouTuber
it's like murder, and murder tastes pretty goddamn good. Yes, it does.
Oh yeah, there's a YouTuber that used to be vegan. Now he's a fat guy now. He was skinny, thin and shit, and he said the reason that he quit being vegan because he started losing a lot of shit. Went to doctors. Doctor says, "Hey, your dumbass needs to stop veganism. Stop being a fucking dumbass vegan." So now he eats like huge fucking plates of bullshit, man. Like now his head's bigger now. Like,
yeah, he needs to actually find the balance. Like you went the totally opposite extreme there, buddy.
And he looks like Baby Huey.
I mean, it's not surprising that he got so sick. And like you were saying, the Nazis, most of them were vegan because it was the same reason that they put the fluoride in the water. Hitler was to make you more docile, to make you more submissive, to make you less aggressive. Eating meat triggers aggression for some reason. And like, I don't know the exact science behind it, but that's why Gates doesn't want you eating meat, because if you're eating meat and you're not getting fluoride in the water, you're not a docile little bitch. You're an actual human being willing to go the fucking distance. And if somebody pushes you, you're willing to push back. Whereas if you're a complacent little bitch that doesn't have any meat in your system, doesn't have any protein, you're sick, and you're a docile little bitch because you don't eat meat and you've got the fluoride in your system dumbing you down and making you docile, then you're less likely to resist any form of tyranny.
Yeah.
And so it's a good sign that all these states and whatnot, even though it's just 8 right now. And the fact that RFK and these states are pushing back against Gates' lab-grown meat is a godsend. And on that, we're going to take a quick break. I got to get up, take care of something real quick.
Yep. Tin Man has to take the Browns to Super Bowl.
I was actually just going to grab my phone charger, but, maybe I'll do that too. And I'll take a picture and send it to you just for you, buddy. So we will be right back. In the meantime, again, the question in the comments, do you believe that the Tate brothers are guilty of any sort of crime? Yes or no? Leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we'll talk about that when we come back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Reverend Ordo, and I'm a co-host of the Worldwide Resistance Network. I want to let you know about my content on my so here, check me out on Minds, Gab, MeWe, Cloud Hub, Tumblr, Parler, Getter, Rumble, Scoops, TikTok, and also on YouTube on the Anonymous Manawai Network and the Anonymous Republic Network. Also on Truth Social. And also check out the Worldwide Resistance Network. Also check out Tin Man TV. Also on Tuesday evenings, Gray Jedi TV. Quote the Raven, D's nuts. Peace.
You are watching the Roundtable on the Worldwide Resistance Network. If you are watching this, you are the Resistance. Yes, everybody, this is the Roundtable. We come to you at this time every Monday night to talk shit on the New World Order, and that does not exclude the Orange Man. Yes, I will pull no punches on the Orange Man. I will say that straight up. I understand why a lot of people voted for him. I get where they were coming from, but what we were promised and what we got was night and day. Again, It's just like with every politician. You get all these politicians that make all these promises, but once they get elected and it's time to pay the piper, crickets, crickets, crickets. So yeah, not exactly my cup of tea, and I don't know where the hell Revan disappeared to, but I'm going to take center stage because I'm awesome. But again, prior to our commercial break, we asked the question, do you think the Tate brothers are guilty of any sort of crime? And I have to pose another question. Do we believe that this arrest will trigger any sort of an uprising? In that they're arresting Andrew Tate for 38 counts involving rape, human trafficking, and allegedly possessing child porn. But yet nobody on the Epstein files is being arrested. None of these migrants are even citizens of Islamic nature or whatever are being held and prosecuted in the United States or Europe. Welcome back. They're all being released. They can rape and murder and steal and do whatever the fuck you want. But Andrew Tate gets arrested for allegations that are allegedly 15 years old, and they won't even tell anybody who the alleged victim is or what allegedly happened, when or where or how. They'll do that, but they won't arrest and prosecute somebody who raped and killed a child. Yesterday, they institutionalized the guy who killed that Ukrainian woman who was just riding the bus home. Hey, he's not going to be facing any hard consequences for his actions. And most of these people, you vote Democrat, they'll just let you right back out. Just to do it again. These violent protesters, oh, no jail time for you. Oh, you raped somebody, you kill somebody. No jail time. You're free to go. It's like, what the fuck? But Andrew Tate, considering he's pretty much conservative leaning, goes to jail for something that supposedly happened 15 years ago. If we don't see uprisings about this and some major league pushback from people, I'm going to be honestly surprised. Because we already see it in Europe. People are fucking fed up. And they're already pushing back over there to a large extent.
Right now, Israel is not really veritable right now.
Oh, God, you had to say it just as I was getting up, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I go to turn off my fucking fan, and you had to say it. You son of a bitch. You got to make my life hard, so I got to get resituated after I just turned off this fan so that I can push the damn button because you said the secret word. Yeah, right. We'll pull no punches on Israel. Finish your thought, and I got something I want to share.
Bibi Netanyahu is pissed off because Israel is losing a lot of favoritism within the United States.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got an article here, a video by J.D. Vance talking about that.
T-Bird.
T-Bird's here?
Yeah.
Hold up. Birdie. Where'd the birdie go? Is the birdie here? Oh. He said it. Don Birdie, you want to join the show, bro? The link's in the description. The link is, if you want to join the show, the link is in our TWRN chat. But getting back to the topic, on that topic, Revan, Vance pretty much said it himself. I've got it right here. Check this out. Let me refresh the page here.
Israel is losing the public opinion battle in the United States of America. It is a simple and obvious fact. Donald Trump has said that publicly. It's a simple and obvious fact. Why do you think that is? Why is Israel losing? Why is Israel losing American public opinion?
Well, the narrative is that Israel has a very disproportionate effect on American politics.
Yeah, I see that. I see that narrative. I mean, I actually think that they look. Do they try to influence American politics? Yes. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's a country of 9 million people. We have 330 million people. And so, of course, they're going to try to persuade Americans. They're going to try to move Americans in one direction or another. I think that's just the nature of the beast.
But it's more than that. The concern is that they're spying on American politicians, that there's concerns about funding, there's concerns about influence, there's concerns about whether or not politicians are, whether they're aligned with Israel or whether they're aligned with the United States first.
Israel is losing the public opinion battle in the United States of America. It is a simple and obvious fact. Donald Trump has said that publicly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Vance isn't pulling any punches on it. But Trump apparently did fire back at Mandami, who said that if Netanyahu came to New York, Mandami would have him arrested for his war crimes. And Trump pretty much said, the hell you are. So it's going to be interesting to see how that develops. Because America is not happy with Israel. America is not happy with Benjamin Netanyahu.
Technically, Mamdani cannot arrest him because Mamdani is local. He's mayor. He can't do shit because his hands are tied federally.
Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't that have to come from the state level?
It has
Wouldn't it be, at the very least, it would have to be the governor that would have to issue that?
The governor can't do it either. It's federal.
Okay.
It has to be up to the president or the attorney general.
Yeah. Well, the attorney general pretty much answers to the president, the commander in chief. So, and we all know that Trump's publicly stated when he released the conversation he had with Netanyahu is that the only reason that he's keeping Bibi out of jail right now. So that's not helping Trump at all. Like, no. If Trump wanted to commit political suicide, he's doing a great job. I mean, if he were even remotely smart, he would have at least waited till after the midterms to blow his foot off. But, like, damn.
He's been doing it.
I don't know what this guy was thinking. Like, they jumped the gun on this Iran conflict. Like, major league. And I don't know if you've seen it, Revan, but that whole thing's getting bad.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
You got United Arab Emirates back in Iran. You got Qatar back in Iran. You got Turkey back in Iran.
Yeah.
The NRO and all those groups near the true secrecy. By the way, not a lot of people have gotten near the true secrecy around the UFO file. Those people who've gotten near to it have said it was farmed out of government because they didn't want to track it back and run into all these legal problems over the UFO file. And they farmed it out in different periods through the Nixon administration and others directly to industry, directly to corporations. And so the corporations hold the patent, the defense contractors. So they're the ones who hold the patent for this. That's part of the problem that we're looking at. So when you see Lockheed saying, yeah, we're the #1 people when it comes to the Golden Dome, they're going to pull in other people. They'll have Palantir and SpaceX and all these others. And one of the weirdest things they're doing with it is they're actually
looking for. I was looking for the actual article for where it was actually showing what was going on. In fact, I think I'll just go ahead and pull up the actual beginning of the Alex Jones show today where he was showing it. Because this was bad, dude. Like, this was major league bad.
Yeah.
Like, what they were showing was fucking nuts.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And let me go ahead and pull that up right now. Here, I got it. Here.
That is on the threat escalation line. 20th day of July, 2026.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Stop stealing my shit, Alex!
What you're watching is not AI. Video of Iranian missiles striking U.S. forces in Kuwait yesterday. Iran's now using targeting intelligence from Russia and China to target U.S. forces and warships across the Middle East. Almost all of their missiles are evading our anti-missile defense systems. The United States has responded by vaporizing their bridges, government buildings, dropping 3,000-pound bombs on them. But Iran is going to hold on. All military experts basically concur. The strait is completely closed. This has caused a global financial meltdown that is now intensifying. Israel's now deployed its nuclear submarines that have been seen servicing off the coast of Jordan. Here you see a Vulcan cannon, Gatling gun, taking out Iranian drones. These are used as a last resort. The U.S. is running out of ammunition. How many days ago did the war start? What, 141? Here, I'm going from memory. Let's pull it up in a little while. Of course, this is footage of what killed 3 U.S. troops and injured dozens. And then we're told Trump is bombing Iran to punish them for killing our troops. But who started this? Who drug us into this?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting bad. They're bringing it. They're wanting to bring in the ground troops right now. It's the threat escalation ladder, and instead of focusing, they're focused on this whole notion. Oh, we gotta open the Strait of Hormuz. So the damn thing would have never been closed in the first place if you hadn't listened to BB shitting you and jumped the fucking gun. Okay, you fucking prematurely ejaculated before you even got your goddamn pants off. Orange idiot.
You should have listened to it. Look, Trump should have listened to his advisors and the military brass, because even
the top Pentagon officials who told him don't do it. If you want to do preemptive strikes, that's one thing. But if you go to armed conflict with them and try to overthrow the mullahs, they will not fall. This will hurt your recovery. They're gonna double down. They're not gonna cave. And now, after he fired all these Pentagon officials and these top generals, he's still doubling down because he doesn't want to admit that he made an ass out of himself. He's not man enough to admit that he was fucking wrong.
Iran is a straight up huge fuck up.
It is. And he's talking about bringing in ground troops. I mean, that's like trying to invade Mordor on foot. Okay? Like Jones made that analogy today on his show. He was comparing the layout of Iran and, the countryside in comparison to Mordor. It's a military strategist's dream if you're on that side of the fence.
Iran has, like Iraq, like Afghanistan, it's a home field advantage for Iran.
Yeah. Yeah, they make all their shit at home. They've got the home field advantage. They know their playing field. They play the environment to their advantage. It's like what? Red Dawn? Where they use the Colorado where we use the Colorado Rockies to our advantage against invading forces coming in from the north. It's the same damn thing.
It's the equivalent of Vietnam.
It is, and he was saying, Trump saying that it could be like Vietnam, and we just stay there for 19 years. Even though I think it was more like, 17 years, if you actually look at it?
In Vietnam, it was about a little over almost 15 to almost 16, about almost 17 years.
Okay.
Because we were there in the about mid 50s after the Korean War.
Yeah,
because that lasted 4 years and shit, and then the invasion from 65 to 75 that's 10 years. But 75 was like the 74, 75 was the toning down where
and technically that war never even ended. Neither of those conflicts ever technically ended. We still got military troops over there. And this is looking to be just another one of those forever wars. At which point do we stop listening to Israel and thinking that we're going to take the Middle East? Okay. We've accomplished nothing that we set out to do in the Middle East since 9/11. Even going back to the 90s during the Gulf War and the first Iraq conflict during the first Bush administration, Bush Sr., that was a bust too. All that was a fucking bust. It was fucking ridiculous.
If we stop listening to Israel, and I mean like heavy duty, heavy metal, stop listening to that son of a bitch. I tell you what, if I was president, I would go along with the ICC.
Yeah. I mean, even if you didn't go along with the ICC, you just got to be man enough to admit, it's like, okay, this was a bad move, and find an off-ramp and find a legitimate off-ramp. And if Israel ain't going to let you get off, then you put Israel in their fucking place and you say, look, Iran, we both know, I know, you know, Israel's the fucking problem here. Okay, Israel bad. Let's have a peace deal and we'll include that we're going to put this dog on a fucking leash. You and me, respectively, we're going to put this dog on a fucking leash.
I mentioned this last week. If we bring in Lebanon and Iran to NATO, okay.
Nice, Bird. Thank you.
I mentioned about bringing in Lebanon and Iran to be part of NATO. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that would definitely put a huge
offset
block.
Things.
Yeah, it would put a.
It would be block. A wrench in the works.
Yeah, and it'll tell. It would show and tell that Netanyahu would be. It'll make him pull his hair out of his fucking head, you know.
Yeah, and he ain't got much to begin with.
And
but another thing, you know, if you wanted to avert nuclear war, if the United States, again, I've said this many times, Russia is the key to all of this.
Yes, it is.
If we formed an alliance with Russia, that would undo every major conflict and silence the children. Because that's what it is. It's mom and pop pitted against each other, and the kids are capitalizing on it. If mom and pop got back on the same page and made the kids sit down and shut up, the kids ain't going to do shit.
Pick up where Gorbachev and Reagan left off.
Mm-hmm.
And if we did that, plus you invite Lebanon and Iran to NATO, because that would definitely put a huge block on Israel. It would put the material cuffs on Netanyahu, because the thing is, He's been wanting to do this for 40 years. Now he's doing it. Now he's paying the price for it himself too.
Yeah, and at which point all Iran would really have is China and any subsequent resources that they have. China would be their biggest ally in that, but without Russia, I don't know that China or even North or South Korea would do anything if the United States and Russia were aligned, because then it's just the two biggest superpowers on the planet united as one collective force. And even though China's a close second, would be a close second,
I think that North Korea, if they saw Russia, America, and the U.S.,
they would jump into it. And
but
then India would be brought into it.
Yeah.
And Europe, everybody, if it goes to full-scale war, it's going to go nuclear. It's just a third escalation ladder, especially with Israel and Iran both threatening nuclear warfare.
What I'm trying to say is if
everybody's going to go to the nuclear party at that point.
If Russia and the United States become allies, because we need them as allies.
Yes.
Okay? North Korea will be sitting there shit-faced, and Kim Jong nuts. We're sitting there going, okay, what the fuck is this shit?
Well, Kim Jong-un,
he's not a military leader.
He's not. But the Koreans want to be capitalists. They would, when they talked to Trump, he said, I'd love to move forward, but China won't let me. China is the one pulling the strings here. And the only reason China has any fucking brass at all is because they are aligned with Russia. So if the United States aligns with Russia, everything else falls apart. China's efforts fall apart. Ukraine's efforts fall apart. Israel's new Greater Israel project falls apart because they need the United States and Russia pitted against each other, because those are the two biggest dogs in the fight. If they can keep mom and pop pitted against each other, the kids have the run of the house and can do whatever the fuck they want.
I think South Korea is a capitalist. I think.
Yeah.
But North Korea, communist, strip communist. You know.
Yeah, but they would go capitalist just like Russia would go capitalist if it weren't for China. Cool. Tell them to check out mine and Revit stuff. Check us out at the Real TWWRN, Facebook, YouTube, X, Rumble. Again, all at Real TWWRN. Check out our online store at realtwwrn.printify.me. Tons of great merch there, guys. And again, Thomas, thank you for sharing the feed. Thank you for getting us out there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are nothing without you guys. We are of the people, by the people, for the people. So again, if you like these podcasts, do like Tommy Bird is doing, share the live feed, share us with your friends and family and your neighbors, your coworkers, and follow us on our various social medias, all at REALTWWRN. And of course, check out our online store for bumper stickers like these and tons of great merch. But getting back to this whole thing, again, if we just aligned with Russia, that would be the coup de grace to the whole damn thing. Now, I get
not just that,
a lot of people have
but again, if you're bringing Lebanon and Iran into NATO, right? Now,
that's just the nail in the coffin. That's just the final nails in the coffin right there. Okay.
But also,
the relationship with Russia and the United States would be closing the lid on the coffin. And then what you're suggesting would be the nails in the coffin. Nail that motherfucker shut.
Not just that, but also you get Trump to really stop and think. But we all know he won't. How can you do it? You go through his buddies. You pressure them. because we all know half of them are on the Epstein files. Okay, you pretty much hanging over their head.
Have somebody like Anonymous or something hack the database, get access to everything in the Epstein files, and threaten to release it publicly if these people don't toe the line. Basically, reverse blackmail.
Yeah, but also, I mean, the thing is, you really want to also have the fired brass, the fired military brass. Hey, we need you guys.
Yeah, the fired military brass and the political people who have stepped down as well, like Marjorie Taylor Greene. You get all those people together. You know, independently, they were targeted and isolated and run out. But now that they're on the outside, they can all band together and push back like a motherfucker and just sweep in like a fucking raging typhoon.
Yeah.
They really could. And then if you had somebody from, like, say, Anonymous or something who actually maybe could get their hands on the complete unredacted Epstein files in their entirety and threaten to release it, or maybe even just release it, that would be a shitstorm in and of itself, and there'd be no way to avoid it at that point.
No.
That's another reason why Trump does this shit, because he's trying to distract away from the Epstein files. And if he can push it long enough, his buddies will be protected. But if it just all came out, there's no more protection. There's no more nothing. There's no more point in these conflicts. And if people like Benjamin Netanyahu and other military brass are implicated in the files, and certain political politicians within the United States as well are implicated in the files, it's done. At the very least, they're going to be forced to step down. And at which point, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and the top brass that you were mentioning can come back in and clean house.
Yeah.
I think that may be the spark that ignites this fire. And I think maybe that might be what needs to happen. With or without the Epstein files, the top brass and people like Marjorie Taylor Greene need to band together and just swoop in like a fucking tsunami and just fucking put boots to asses in a political sense.
Exactly. And Trump needs to go along with the ICC. Because the thing is, he said, we're not going to abide by. Fuck off, dude. Look, every country has to be held accountable, even by the ICC. They are the International Criminal Court.
Yeah.
Nobody's immune from that shit.
Now, I understand, wanting to get away from these globalist systems. And that is something that does need to happen. But there are international laws that we have agreed to abide by, especially in terms of diplomatic and military relationships and alliances with other countries. It's called mutual cooperation. Now, you've talked before about the issues with Trump wanting to go after certain countries such as Cuba and others. Now, we can understand the issues with Cuba, being a communist country, being very close to us. And
yeah.
Mute your mic, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time, please mute your mic if you can. We can understand Cuba being communist and being so close to us, and the fact that their involvement with the election meddling that is being conducted by through Venezuela by way of China and so on and so forth. And we have that should be our next point of discussion here, is the big press release regarding the China's influence on our election process, which includes the involvement of Venezuela and Cuba. So that So on the Cuban front, that is understandable why that does need to be addressed. And it needs to be addressed, their failing infrastructure and everything else, partially because of their economic communist system in conjunction with the things that we have done to them in the past that have really kind of kept a foot on their neck.
It's been like that since '59, since when Eisenhower was president.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, the embargo needs to be removed.
Yeah. Again, our foot on their neck, essentially.
I mean, I mentioned this about Greenland here. I mean, a few times.
No problem, Bird.
You have Canada, France, Germany, Denmark. NATO countries, and Trump threatens them with you interfere, embargo. Fuck your embargo, dude.
Thomas just said that everybody at his work wants me to be president. Again, support the broadcast. Maybe we can raise up enough money to where I could run for president. Why not? Next election is in 2028. We can make that happen. Why the hell not? We can maybe make this happen.
Yeah.
Tin Man for president. I'm going to make that a shirt, damn it. I'm going to make that a fucking shirt. Fuck yeah. Tin Man for president. Fuck yeah.
But, I mean, the thing is, he'll be threatening NATO countries. Like, dude, you're an ally. Why are you threatening an ally with embargoes, man? You're outnumbered anyway.
Yeah, he's not thinking these things through. And as a businessman in particular, you'd think he would step back and think things through from a business standpoint. What's going to be strategically more beneficial to his end goal, unless his end goal is the complete destruction of the United States. Unless his end goal is the complete destruction of the United States, forming an alliance with Russia and bringing the as-mentioned countries into NATO would be his only best smart move. And then going to Ukraine, or not Ukraine, Iran, and saying, look, I fucked up. I'm man enough to admit I fucked up. I listened to the wrong people. I get where the problem is. Let's put that dog on a fucking leash. You reopen the strait. We will put Israel on a fucking leash. No more military aid for them. No more money for them. Because they're getting like X billion per day.
Shit, fuck the leash. Put them down.
No, dude. People have a right to exist. I'm not going to say that the Jewish people.
No, I'm saying Netanyahu, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, put him in jail. I mean, if there's no more war, there's no more conflict, he has to step down from power, and at which point he has to face his criminal prosecution for his war crimes. Okay, that's just a given. That's just the icing on the cake at that point. That's just cause and effect. But if he forms these alliances, he makes these certain countries part of NATO, and then goes to Iran and says, okay, let's make a deal. You open the strait. Two big things. You open the strait, no more fighting. You open the strait. We'll put Israel on a leash, and we will take away their resources to fight aggressively. We will allow them to defend themselves if necessary, but they will not be able to go on the offensive.
No.
In any capacity. We'll make sure that they cannot go on the offensive. You just agree to a term deal that opens the Strait of Hormuz and levels out and makes a legitimate peace deal with this country. I guarantee you they jump on board with that shit. Because that's the big thing. The Iranians don't trust the United States because we are Israel's bitch.
I remember the Chinese government called out the representatives of the Israeli government, call them out for all the murders they did for the decades. He says, no, that's all propaganda. No, you killed 70,000 men, women, and children.
Yeah.
China knows.
Yeah, everybody knows. They try to hide it, but everybody fucking knows. It's no fucking secret.
No.
He's a fucking war criminal. He's a monster. Just like Bill Gates is a fucking monster. And Trump thinks he can make a deal with the devil and come out unscathed. No, you can't, dude.
No, because the devil...
It never goes well. You try to make a deal with the devil, it never goes well.
No, because the
Watch
devil...
Lord of the Rings, bro.
No, because the devil took his tail... and
You're Saruman right now.
Yeah. The tail is up Trump's ass, going in and out, whatever, no. But the thing is, I want to say it again.
Say it.
And I'm going to hit it home here. Remove the embargo off of Cuba.
Yeah.
Let Mexico, let Russia, and let Venezuela bring in oil for Cuba. Because that would,
and if we had an alliance with Russia, we would be beneficial to that arrangement.
Yeah.
That would make the United States so fucking rich because they could have a hand in that. It's genius. Why does the orange idiot not think about this? Like, oh shit, form an alliance with Russia, lift the embargo, money comes in. Me make money. Country make money. Money do good. Money good, orange man.
Not just that, but get him to back off of Greenland. The people want to say Greenlanders. They're happy. They're happy to be protected under the crown of Denmark. Canada, Germany, France, Denmark said, hey, no. Fuck you, no.
Yeah. I mean, I get why he wanted to do it, but there's other ways to go about it. Again, the alliances. Instead of being an aggressor, be a peaceful negotiator. Make deals. That's what Trump was good at. Make fucking deals, you orange bastard. Okay, that's what you're fucking good at. Do what you're good at. Use your fucking brain, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude. Make a deal with Russia. Form an alliance with Russia. Bring those varying countries into NATO. Make a peace deal with Iran by putting Israel on a fucking leash.
A leash and a muzzle.
Yes. Muzzle their fucking dog and put it on a fucking leash. And make a deal with Iran. And I guarantee you. And then, again, lift the embargo on Cuba. And, you know, once Russia is in bed with the United States and is capitalist, Cuba by proxy would become capitalist. And we can engage in these fucking deals.
Yeah.
With these pipelines and make billions. We could be fucking loaded. Like, seriously, dude.
And
there is so much money and so much to gain from this.
And hopefully it'll balance the budget, too.
It would balance the budget. I mean, for fuck's sake, you could get this done in a fucking week. A week. You can get these deals made and get these contracts negotiated.
Yeah.
And the economy would bounce back like a motherfucker, dude. I mean, yeah, there'd be a little bit of recovery time. But yeah, you get these deals in place and we start moving forward. Dude.
Yeah.
My God. Why does nobody think of this?
Why can't I run for office, man?
Maybe you should. Maybe we both should. I'll run for president. You be my VP. Tommy Barrett, you know, maybe he could be the Secretary of Defense or something. Or maybe we'll put you as the Secretary of Defense. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Ambassador
10 men for president.
Ambassador for Cuba.
There you go. We're going to appoint you as a...
Russia.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind banging a Russian babe.
Who wouldn't?
Have a couple of kids. Secretly.
Breeding, not so much, but, you know, some Russian or Ukrainian pussy. I ain't got no qualms about that.
You are.
And again, that would totally cockblock the New World Order's agenda, because the agenda was, you bring in all these migrants. Please mute your mic. You bring in all these migrants, create all the discontent and societal collapse in the United States, and then Russia and China come in. Russia gets...
I'm back.
Already. Russia gets half of the United States. China gets the other half. And Western civilization and white culture, or the European culture in the West, is gone. Prospectively the same in Europe. The new China and new Russia. But if you formed an alliance with Russia and got them in bed with the United States and turned them capitalist, China's agenda goes out the window. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine goes out the fucking window. You bring these varying countries into NATO and form an alliance, make a deal with Ukraine and put Israel on a fucking leash. All those conflicts in the Middle East are done and over. You have essentially achieved world fucking peace. Okay. And I know I'm not the only one who pieces together and has figured this out. Okay, it's not fucking rocket science, guys. It's not. It's simple math. And if Trump's a businessman that he makes himself out to be, he should be able to figure this out. And I do not understand for the life of me why he can't figure this out. It's so fucking simple.
It is. It is. Dude could have pulled his head out of Netanyahu's ass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very simple. I mean, like really, really fucking simple. Bring in Lebanon and Iran to NATO. Number one, work on that. Number two, remove the embargo off of Cuba. Let Russia, Mexico, and Venezuela remove the blockade. Okay.
Yeah. The Russian alliance, bring these varying countries into NATO, put Israel on a leash, lift the embargo. You have world peace and prosperity. I know we're not the only ones that figured this out. And if Trump's as smart as he pretends he is,
he's not.
He should be able to figure this out too. And as a businessman, could make it fucking happen like that. Fuck the globalists. Fuck protecting your pedo friends. You fucking ousted Epstein. Oust these fuckers. And make this shit happen, bro.
Plus,
you would be hailed as the greatest thing since sliced bread. You want to compare yourself to Jesus? You would literally become the closest thing to him, with the exception of Jesus Christ at that point.
Sliced bread? No. The greatest thing since Beavis and Butthead.
Maybe. Because right now he's the greatest ass since Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. But the thing is, again...
But like, he would be the greatest... He would be right up there with Jesus Christ. He would be a close second to Jesus Christ at that point. Like, if he wants to fucking play that fucking card, this is how you do it, man. Form the alliance with Russia. Allow the as-mentioned countries into NATO. Put Israel on a fucking leash. And lift the embargo. World peace and prosperity, and you are hailed as a fucking golden god.
Well, not just that, but reinstate the that wind farm.
That's not a bad idea either.
Biden wanted to shut down, but like, dude, let it happen. It'll bring in jobs in the Northeast. It'll bring in money, but it would.
Yeah. But he ain't going to do that. He's pretty much handing the midterms to the Democrats this November. Then the only thing saving him would effectively be this. This would be the only thing fucking saving his ass right now. And that is federal court ends Democrat mail-in voting as we know it.
Just in time for the November midterms. A federal appeals court just made a ruling that has blue state officials scrambling behind closed doors, and legal experts are calling it one of the most consequential election decisions in years. For months, certain states have been stonewalling, refusing, and fighting tooth and nail to keep a very specific secret buried. And today, that secret just got dragged out into the open. Gang, what you're about to hear changes everything about how November is going to play out, and the Democrats never saw it coming. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, enjoying yet another glorious day in the Trumpian golden age that you made possible back in November 2024. So if you want a front row seat on how you can...
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Let's just scroll down to the description here, break it down. Okay, this was posted earlier today. A recent ruling by the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals has significant implications for mail-in ballot procedures ahead of the upcoming midterm elections. The court's decision allows the U.S. Postal Service to enforce eligibility verification for mail-in ballots, directly impacting states that have resisted transparency in their voter registration process. This change is perceived as a major victory for election integrity advocates and could reshape the landscape for electoral practices in blue states. So yeah, that might be the only saving grace. That, and if the SAFE Act having just passed Congress may be the only two things that save the Republicans in the midterms. Now, Republicans are essentially turning on Trump. They really are, in droves. So that might be the only thing that might be a factor that saves the Republican Party in the midterms as well, because Trump is the Achilles heel here. Everybody on the left and the right see Trump as being the problem here. And so a lot of people were leaning towards voting Democrat in the fall. Certain political public figures, advocates like ourselves. Fucking, what is his fucking name? The young kid. Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes has been very vocal about saying, people should vote Democrat in the fall to teach Trump a lesson. And a lot of people have been jumping on that bandwagon, and understandably so. But this, considering the Republicans are pretty much turning against Trump as well, it might be a safe bet to say that Trump is the problem, stay the course, and just get rid of the orange asshole. That might be the tipping point. That might actually be the saving grace in conjunction with the SAVE Act and also this ruling by the Federal Court of Appeals.
Yeah. Exactly.
Those three things might be the only things saving the Republicans in the midterms.
Did they add the ID thing in that SAFE Act thing?
Yeah, that's what that is. That is exactly what that is. Now, a lot of people are fighting it, and Republicans are getting a lot of backlash because they all voted in favor of merging Israel's military intelligence with our own Pentagon intelligence, which didn't pass, but all the Republicans voted for it. And most Americans are not fucking happy and are out for blood at this point in terms of the political process in November.
Most of the Republicans were pro-Israel.
Yeah. So,
and there are a lot of pro-Israel demos, and Republicans are losing their seats.
Yeah.
They're losing their seats.
Yeah. So the SAVE Act then the Republicans going against Trump, and also this new legislation, this new decision by the Court of Appeals, might be the only thing that gives the Republicans even the slightest bit of a chance in this upcoming electoral race.
Yeah.
So it could still be anybody's game at this point, but it might be too early to tell. Now, if Trump pulls us out and starts listening to people like us, instead of having his head up BB's ass, tongue licking his balls, then maybe Trump could turn it around as well. But he's really got to fucking buckle down and get us out of this conflict and save his economic plan. Otherwise, he's toast. Regardless, he is fucking toast if he does not pull out of this Iran, if he does not make a deal with Iran and does not get the economy back on track, he's toast. He is done.
Exactly.
Come November.
Exactly. I think that he needs to do this because he's blind anyways of his ego, from his ego.
He is.
He ain't thinking properly. He ain't thinking right at all. And we see that now. If he does this shit, as I was mentioning, and it happens, then he'll be the best president since fucking Kennedy, since Eisenhower.
Yeah, he will be hailed as one of the best. He will be hailed as one of the greatest presidents of our time, and up there with the greats. He will be hailed as a fucking hero. And if he did the things that we were talking about today, he would be hailed as probably the single greatest man on the planet that achieved world peace. But I don't think he's going to do that.
No,
I don't,
because
I don't think his ego would allow him. I don't know. Maybe it would be. Maybe this would appeal to his ego. If he could be hailed as the greatest thing, second only to Jesus Christ, in a legitimate sense, having brought world peace and prosperity to the world by way of what we suggest.
But
maybe he might actually do it. I don't know.
If he does,
let's appeal to his ego. Get this in his ear.
Exactly. If it does work, there's an Achilles heel. And I tell you what it is.
Shoot.
Bibi Netanyahu would have Trump assassinated. Go for it.
That is a possibility. That is a possibility. But if he actually got Israel on a leash, Bibi wouldn't have that power. If Bibi, the Israeli government wouldn't have that power. If he put the Israeli government in check, foreign and domestic, and not just in terms of military and financial aid, but as far as their influence here and control within the United States, if he did that and pass legislation, don't do like Kennedy and say, "Oh, I'm going to do this." No, just fucking file legislation and fucking do. Don't say you're going to do it. Just do it. Don't say you're going to put the dog on a leash.
But the thing is,
put the dog on the leash.
This guy,
before the dog bites.
The Achilles heel would be that he would double down, because remember, Israel has sleeper cells all over the United States.
They do.
And we all know they're good technically, and they got what to do. But the thing is, so is our CIA and FBI. Okay.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I understand that it's going to take time to implement all this and to do it. But what I'm saying is, don't say you're going to do it. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Don't announce your plans before you do it. Don't say freeze ray before you pull out the freeze ray.
Yeah.
Like, to quote Despicable Me, don't go freeze ray before you even pull the damn thing out.
Yeah, do that. Do it I mean, do it from the shadows where Israel and Netanyahu will not even know.
Yeah. Just get all your ducks in a row and just play your cards and just be like, boom, full house, motherfucker. Don't show your hand. Just say, boom, full house, motherfucker.
You secretly
checkmate.
Meet, yeah, you secretly meet with the heads of Lebanon, Iran, and Albania.
Mm-hmm.
Why Albania? I'll tell you why. Albania has confiscated Israeli property and money because of the Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump bullshit.
Yeah.
Albania don't fucking play around. They've done.
No, they do not.
And the thing is, if I was president, I would bring in the president of the head guy from Iran, Lebanon, even Turkey. Okay, why? Okay, no. And Albania, why? Because we would need to negotiate a deal in secret, away from prying eyes, even Israel. Okay, because Turkey is our ally. Okay.
Yeah.
Albania is our ally. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Israel not our ally anyway, as it is, because. But the whole idea of NATO negotiations in secret would be a big help.
Yeah.
Because this would definitely put a military blockade and surround Israel. Because the thing is, if there was a peace thing with us, Turkey, Albania, Lebanon, Iran, we have to kiss Iran's ass.
Yeah.
Because
we got to admit we fucked up, and this is how we're going to fix it.
Because 70 plus years ago, we fucked up.
Yeah. We got to admit our fault all the way back to that point.
Yeah.
We got to go, okay, we fucked up. Here's how we're going to make it right. All we're asking is peace, opening the Strait of Hormuz, and your cooperation with putting Israel on a leash and making this right.
Exactly.
We are willing to work with you. We are willing to make you an ally. We are willing to make sure that you are a safe and prosperous nation.
Yeah.
And that everybody gets along.
It would definitely benefit Iran, Lebanon, and Albania as well.
Yeah. And then you form that alliance with Russia. You open negotiations and lift the embargo and get infrastructure coming in, and you negotiate and make yourself a profiteer of those contracts.
For that to work, you need the president of Mexico, the new president of Venezuela, and Putin, and the president of Cuba.
Again, if we had an alliance with Russia,
exactly,
lifted the embargo, all the other elements would fall into place. They'd be down for it. They would be creaming their pants because they all stand to gain from it.
Yeah,
they're not going to go against that. They're not going to. They're not going to go and say, we don't want you to give us what we told you before we want you to give us.
Now, the thing is, the reason for Putin, because, Putin, us, Cuba, Venezuela, and Mexico, sit around, hobnob, kind of a thing here, and negotiate something where we could remove the embargo off Cuba, but also go in there, because Cuba's been using the same shit since 59. All that shit can be upgraded from the power grid, all that shit, bring in new cars for them, because they've been using the same cars for decades, man, since 59. Yeah. These cars are 70 years old, And also, Cuba needs a big growing economically as well.
Yeah, like I said, you lift the embargo, you make the alliance with Russia, you get these deals going. Cuba prospers. The United States prospers as a result of the business deals that we make. The economy booms globally. Dude.
We would be a mediator, and Russia would be bringing in heavy shit as in equipment for the power grid.
Yeah.
New towers, everything.
Yeah.
Cuba and Mexico, Venezuela would be the oil And
it'd be the greatest humanitarian undertaking of our time, and would usher in world peace and world prosperity.
Not just oil, but also agricultural stuff, farming equipment.
Exactly.
Jobs, help grow them economically. Farms, hey, bring in farms,
yes, everything. Yeah,
but Russia will be the one that would bring in equipment for a new power grid, everything, power up every house, every business, even militarily as well. Bring in not our U.S. people, but bring in people from Russia, come in and help, also militarily, but as a ambassador type thing,
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ways to go about this and a lot of finer details that would go into this. But, we've already laid out the meat and potatoes. I mean, they could sit there and hash out the smaller details. But America stands to prosper, and Trump stands to prosper as the person that not only ushered in the closest thing we have ever known to world peace that humanity has ever known, but also brought in global prosperity and ended all these economic hardships on a global scale. If he forms this alliance, puts Israel on a leash, brings these varying countries into NATO, lifts the embargo, and negotiates these deals to make Cuba prosperous, the entire world would be at peace and would enter a new golden age of prosperity, and Trump would be hailed as a fucking hero and the greatest thing, second only to Jesus Christ. He wants to fucking toot his own horn in that. This is how you make it legitimate. This is how world peace and world prosperity and him being hailed as the greatest thing since sliced bread would be achieved. He wants to consider himself equal or near to equal with Jesus Christ. This is how you do it.
Well, not just that. While doing that, we got small towns that are becoming ghost towns.
Yeah,
we need people back in those small towns. Okay, if you look at Route 66 from California up to Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's places where they can be rebuilt, established.
Motor City. Look at Motor City. You can clean that up.
Yeah.
California used to be extremely prosperous. We could do things that would fix California too. I mean, there's a lot of things that can be done. There's a lot of reform that needs to happen, a lot of things that need to happen, a lot of things that need a lot of damage that needs to be undone, like we talked about earlier with the spying on American people, not just with the flock cameras, but in our vehicles, Google, Amazon, Verizon, so on and so forth. All these things are issues that do need to start being addressed. And it can all fall into place, but it starts with the meat and potatoes that we talked about.
Yeah.
Alliance with Russia, certain countries being brought into NATO, Israel on a leash, and then Cuban embargo lifted and contracts for prosperity negotiated.
We got people here in America that's like really appraising Putin, man.
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah. If Trump has a brain in his skull, this is your off-ramp to ending the war in Israel and world peace and prosperity, or the closest thing to it. It'd be a new golden age, and you would be the star architect of that, hailed as history's greatest hero. Okay, you'd be the greatest thing since sliced bread, second only to Jesus Christ. Okay, you want to toot your own horn on that? This is how you do it, bro. But on that note, I think we can put the turkey in the oven. We're about 10 minutes after 2 hours.
Exactly.
We're going to go ahead and call it. Again, I think this is the way to go about it. If you want to turn things around, end things with this conflict in the Middle East, world prosperity and world peace, and be hailed as the greatest thing since Jesus Christ, or the closest thing to it, this is the way to go, and Trump needs to hear it. Make sure Trump hears it. Share the live feeds. Share the retransmissions. Follow us on our social medias, X, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, all at RealTWWRN. Check out our online store, RealTWWRN.printify.me, and keep the conversation going. A lot of people tuned in today, and we've had some very, very powerful conversation. If you have any thoughts or opinions or anything you would like to add to it, share it in the comments section. We would love to hear from you. Would love for you to pick each other's brains. Keep the conversation going. We're always here, even when we're offline. And on that note, we're going to put the bird in the oven tomorrow, Tin Man TV. And then Wednesday, Grey Jedi TV. Revan, where can people find you, brother?
Your channel, Anonymous Republic Network, Anonymous Minority Network on YouTube. Hot Hub, Gab, MeWe, Hot Hub, Mastodon, Tumblr, TikTok, Truth Social, Goops, Minds, MeWe.
Basically, if it exists, if it's a social media platform, he's on it.
Yeah. Also on Rumble, on the Council of Generation X on Rumble, and Wednesday will be. We're going to pick up a recap of the China and Russia election
meddling,
and then Friday on the Anonymous Minority Network will be Jedi TV there too.
All right, and
that one is to be determined.
All righty, and tomorrow we will finally be covering that main topic that we were going to talk about before. I know I kept putting it off, but we're going to be talking about the suppressed information that was suppressed and classified by the CIA of humanity's true potential and how to access it. That will be tomorrow, and that will be at 8 p.m. Central Time. So, again, Tin Man TV, 8 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night. Until then, I am the Tin Man, Chris Sheldon, with the Worldwide Resistance Network. On behalf of Revan and everybody who are hosts who couldn't join us tonight, see you tomorrow. If you're watching this, you are the resistance. Stay strong, stay safe. God bless you. Peace out.
And don't let the bed bug put their foot in your ass.
Ouch. Peace.
You can hear this. You are not alone. This is the resistance.